are live.
It's funny that you said that.
Live from Atlanta, Georgia. Who plays this golf as well?
Oh shit! Well,
Nasty
y'all
ass
heard that?
nigga. Yeah, we heard that. Nasty ass, stank ass nigga.
Nigga, I went to go take a piss, nigga.
Shitty booty ass nigga. Gross
Shut your ass up. Hold on, wait. We lied about that. Hold on, go ahead.
This nigga.
ass.
Anyways, welcome back, y'all. We're Superior Minds.
We out here.
Podcast. This nigga here. Shut up. Damn. This is exactly why you ain't get no platinum award for me.
You sound soulless as fuck. Welcome
Hey,
to
bro. Bro, you so lame. See me in the dojo for platinum then. How about that? See me in the dojo.
Bro, you really say
Dino,
that
you
like
gonna
you gonna
lose.
win.
Sean, you don't even play the game.
You gonna lose.
Ain't
Of
nobody
course I
worried
don't
about
play the
that.
game.
Hey, bro, see me in the
I ain't got
dojo.
to.
20
I already
plat.
know that you were gonna lose.
Look, Shaun.
Oh shit, nigga, it looks like you about to lose that 20.
You still master rank 2. I don't think you can talk about it.
I am on master rank 2.
Niggas couldn't even do the opening. Goddamn.
I know we can't even do an opening. Right? Man, fuck your shit up. Niggas joining 20 minutes late and shit. Black men.
How we 20
Wait,
minutes
we
late,
go
bro?
introductions
It's 7:10 right now.
I mean,
Nigga, we live.
We go live.
We're live?
Yes.
Yeah, we live, nigga. We live, baby. We live. Oh yeah.
And we live, baby.
I bet.
I think I'm about to cut out this thing.
Shoot.
Hey, real quick, Aizen, before you like do the opening, you sound like weird as shit.
Do I?
Yeah, you sound weird as fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, hold on. I got the countdown, Aizen. Fix yourself. In
Nigga,
5.
Nigga, I don't
Wait,
know what
nigga,
the
that's
fuck
not-
sound weird as fucking flies. Like, what you saying?
Like you sound like you're talking through a walkie-talkie.
Oh, God.
Don't he always, though?
No, it's never been this bad.
I'm gonna take my headphones.
Yeah.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
Then I'm back.
I know.
Who wants to do introductions?
I'll do it if you want me to.
Go ahead, Deus.
All
right.
Welcome back to Superior, y'all. We got the homies up in the crib.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another fucking episode of Superior.
That nigga's cutting out.
I'm cutting out. Say, swear to God.
Swear to God. I don't know why that nigga. I don't know why he tried to hit that note like he had that range like that.
He said,
Bro, stop hating. Oh my God.
Let's talk about that one for a second.
Oh my God.
Anyway, y'all, welcome back to Superior Minds Podcast. It is your host, Shaun Warrior. We got Bino, Rambo. I was about to say Aizen twice.
Nigga, the fuck?
We got Hero, Miles, and Deus up in the
Talking
motherfucker.
about you the host. This nigga just cut me off.
We got two in here, but he's on mute, so two probably just doing something that we don't even want to know what he's doing. Anyway, let's get on into it.
Foremost, are those chips good? Secondly, I just want to say, I'm mad niggas gonna cut me off right after I hit my little Mariah Carey high note type shit. Like,
ooh,
nigga,
that's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
How you gonna disrespect Mariah Carey like that?
Oh God, nigga talking about some damn Mariah Carey note. Ooh, stop it, boy.
The funny part is when you said that's so disrespectful, he thought you was agreeing with him.
Exactly. He thought we was hyping him up. That was not gonna happen.
Yeah, fuck off, bro. Hey, but yo, I have like one of like them little ass with some shits like the Beyond, like you know like the Beyond sausage shits, whatever the fuck.
Boy, what in the hell is you talking about?
Talking about food,
I don't
bro.
even know what you talking
vegan
about.
patty, bro. Look, it's this vegan like patty, right?
Yeah, you can stop there.
Like meat, bro. That shit tastes like meat, bro. That shit threw me the fuck off.
For real? So you vegan now? Or you vegetarian?
No, hell no, nigga.
You vegetarian then? My bad. There's a difference. You're right.
Oh, you a tree hugging ass nigga, huh?
Yeah, nigga. Yo, look, we gonna be going in the next 25 months. You feel me? So, just saying, bro.
So my question is, are you hugging trees for these females, or are you doing it because you want to?
Nigga, I hug these trees because I love the planet Earth, my nigga.
Nigga, you probably not for no female.
Earth,
He
the
over here
mother
trying to be
Earth
like
means
Future.
like milk.
Oh God.
Now this nigga lying talking about some damn he loves the earth.
She belongs to the streets, nigga. I belong to the trees, nigga.
Last time I checked, they called Mother Earth.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh God. Anyway, let's get into this shit. You feel me?
Miles, your mic work? Or I was trying to make sure you have permission.
Yeah, I might work. I'm straight.
I know it sound like he hot. Anyways,
We hide in the motherfucking kite.
I don't know about that now.
Hey, Deus, that's how you hit that note, boy. Take notes. Take notes, Deus.
What's up, my Razu?
We need to reset this shit horrible.
This nigga, bro.
Niggas out here trying to be opera singers and shit. Alright, how was all your week though?
You said what? My nigga cut out.
I said how was
my week? Oh, you feel me? Man, like it was great. It was great. You feel me? How y'all niggas been?
Hopefully he asking about last week because this week just started. So shit.
Yeah. I'm assuming this last week.
My week last week.
It was cool. I'm sick now though.
This nigga really cut me off. We don't care about your damn
week,
week, bro.
We don't care about yours. Credit.
Damn. My week was pretty good. I grinded Warframe all last week. I finally picked Destiny back up. Shut your ass up, nigga. You just mad you can't get. You just mad you can't. You can't finish the Mastery Rank 3 test. Stop it.
What?
I haven't even started it.
Excuses.
I basically stopped playing the game after I got to 2.
Get to Mastery Rank 3, then talk to me.
All right. Hold on, wait. You struggling with the Mastery Rank 3? That's not even the hardest. That's not even the hard test.
Deus. I didn't do the test, stupid. Don't listen to Bino creditless ass.
No.
Hey, that's tough, my nigga.
The reason why I'm still Mastery Rank 2 is because I haven't played Warframe in like 3 weeks.
If that's the excuse we gonna give, I wouldn't play the game if I couldn't get past the Mastery Rank test.
It ain't excuses. That's straight facts.
Hey, nah.
I'm gonna need you to really get your shit together, Bino, because you straight up spitting some bullshit out your mouth about starting to stink.
Talk to that nigga.
Bullshit. I ain't bullshitting, but that's the truth.
The truth. Oh, look at you about to go to hell for lying.
I went through the trouble getting this man Shaun the Serum Prime, and this nigga never even tried to do it.
Oh God,
hey,
you just wasting shit on that nigga, bro. Shaun, give me your Serum Prime.
No.
Why not? You ain't need gonna use it.
I'm gonna use it when I start playing the game again.
When is that gonna be? 2.5 years from now?
When life starts calming down and I can get back to playing video games. I ain't been playing nothing.
Okay, but as soon as Kingdom Hearts drop, I bet you pick that game up, even if life don't slow down.
Hey, but
Kingdom Hearts already dropped. What you talking about?
Kingdom Hearts?
What happened?
What's up?
It's not like he finished it. He never finished Kingdom Hearts.
He's still gonna try and play ahead so he can keep up to date with stuff.
Nigga,
you know how niggas is.
That tree on critical yet?
Look, I'm not finna do this with Rambo. I'm really not. We can't just talk.
So it's our fault you never finished the game, but you like to play ahead.
No, it's your fault that you don't know how to shut that.
What does that have to do with you not finishing the game, though?
What I'm saying is, nigga, your mouth too damn big. All right, that's why everybody uses it as a trash receptacle. Now shut the fuck up.
A trash receptacle? For real? That's how we. That's how we come.
That's how I'm talking to you.
That's how we come in.
When was that decided?
Right. I don't know what the fuck.
I thought we was gonna talk with a little bit more respect, Shaun. I ain't come for you like that.
little bit more respect. You act like I respect you.
I
Trying to
mean,
talk,
you picked up Destiny. I think you lost all respect. Anyway.
I don't have any
Wow.
form of respect
Talk
for
to
you.
that nigga.
Wow. But y'all niggas out here just cutting up today, ain't y'all?
Hey, bro.
Hey, I just got my new pocket knife.
Look, Bino, it's like this. If it came down to saving your life or getting a free bag of Jack in the Box curly fries, I
If
go
you
for the
say
fries.
if you say my life, nigga, you was wrong, regardless.
All right. The real question is, why are you eating Jack in the Box curly fries? Never mind.
Because
Just
Jack in
let
the Box curly fries are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright then.
They're not good for your health,
Yeah.
but they're good.
On real topic though. Oh man, this Tower of God go hit.
I just started reading that shit too.
Bro, that's
I'm going through right now. I'm going through my second and third reread because I'm about to start finishing up my video characters.
God damn, nigga. My fucking the only reason I'm reading that shit is my girl like begging me shit. Talking about something. Nigga, you need to read fucking TOG. And I'm like, I'm not reading TOG unless you read fucking One Piece, nigga. Like
Bro.
Yes,
just like that.
sir.
And just like that.
One Piece.
Sir.
fuck One Piece.
You mentioned One Piece. That nigga Miles came off mute so fast.
You already know.
Hey yo, Miles, bro. I'm thinking about
Miles,
joining the One Piece
TOG.
fandom, my nigga.
Stop saying,
Yes, sir.
hey Miles, go read TOG so you can stop saying One Piece.
Don't read that bullshit.
It's just that nigga.
Oh god, nigga. Hey, but
That good nigga. I'm trying to tell you.
bro, I ain't gonna lie though. Like I can get through TOG, but like my nigga, this art. Oh my god, bro.
Hold
This
up. That's
shit is.
from the first season. You in the first season.
Yeah, I know. I
SI
heard it gets better, but like
Yeah,
I'm saying that like right now,
SIU
fuck.
was like 16 when the first season started. And the nigga had his story, but the nigga did not know how to draw.
That nigga said, "Fuck it, bitch." I'm gonna just go
he
along.
got way, bro. Like if you look at if I show you a panel from season 3, you would see it's the difference between his drawing is crazy.
All right, the question is this though: is it on like solo level and kind of like level of art?
Like it.
As far as season 3,
Yeah.
pretty much. I can show you a panel.
Yeah, show me a panel real quick, but don't like no spoilers and stuff like that.
What is even like the concept of the Tower God?
The answers are at the top.
Yeah, it's pretty much like how would you put it? You got to think of. I'm trying to think of the story is so complex in lore, like it's so built up in its own unique way. It's kind of hard to compare it to something else to explain it to you. So like.
Dang.
For one, you got to think of the tower. Think of the tower as like the towers inside of Magi. Where, like,
Yeah, I think so.
World, it's kind of like that, but it's way bigger. Like each floor of the tower is like 10 times the size of the United States.
What the?
Wait, hold on, hold on. I ain't get to that part yet. You said is what, nigga?
Okay, so there are 135 floors so far that have been discovered in the tower because like people are going up the tower.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how you said each floor itself is 10 times the size of the United States.
What the fuck?
And that's only the inner tower. Like, if I showed you a picture from a panel of what the tower is, there's an inner tower, a middle tower, and an outer tower. They're all within one tower. So it's like the inner part is the part that everyone travels up when they're going up. The middle part is the residential area that people live in that's equal to the level of whatever floor they're on that they can go to or that they have access to. And the outer tower is like these outskirts areas that are kind of abandoned.
That's just crazy. Bro, honestly, dude, like a lot of these like these webtoons, bro, like they're creative as shit, bro. Like if we're being honest, dude, like the concepts that these authors and shit, I don't know what to call them. Like, I don't know what to really call them, but we call them authors for now. that they come up with, bro, like they're fucking amazing, dude.
The power system in Tower of God is literally the best power system you could have. It's like no flaws in it.
Oh shit, that's bold, my nigga.
If you keep reading, you gonna understand why. It's not anything stupid. It's pretty much like, how would you put it? You pretty much got to think of like, okay, you know how the Soul Society is made of reishi, right? The entire Soul Society is kind of similar to that sense, where like everything is made of Shinsu. So like Shinsu is the water, it's the air you breathe, it's everything. People live based off Shinsu. Like people who are strong enough in the tower, not saying no names, can even create life using it.
Oh shit!
It's basically, it would be the equivalent to like matter, but yeah, everything is Shinsu, which is like, it's kind of like a watery like substance that's itself. But as you go up the tower, which is like the best way for power scaling, because you would think that as a person gets stronger, they can just destroy too much shit. But no, as you get up the tower, the resistance and levels of Shinsu get higher. So a person trying to destroy something or move around on 100th floor would get crushed by the pressure of Shinsu that's up there compared to floor 1. And shit that's on the lower floors would easily get destroyed compared to stuff that are on. Because
I see. All right, bet. But yeah, bro. Because honestly, the only webtoon that I think that I've read is it's Soul Leveling, and so far that shit is fucking amazing. Like, it's one of the only webtoons like that I'm really keeping up with, to be honest, on a weekly basis. So
I mean, I would say keep up with that. You gotta read Hardcore Leveling Warrior, which is
I heard about that too. I had a peep.
Hardcore Leveling Warriors 1. What is it? Unordinary isn't really a shonen base, but you know, it's a little bit different for people's taste, but I like it. God of High School and then Power of God. Also, Noblesse. Noblesse is a completed series, so if you want to read that.
You said Noblesse?
Yeah, Noblesse is what got webtoons off the ground, to be honest.
Oh shit! All right, bet. Appreciate the Rex.
Where would you even go to read these?
The Webtoons app. They
Webtoons
have an app.
I know that.
Yeah, they have Webtoons app, and they also have Manga Zone too. That's what I use. Where I just read everything at.
I still consider Noblesse to be the best vampire story I've ever read. That involves like vampires, werewolves, and shit.
How long is Noblesse?
Although the ending is kind of eh. Some people don't like the ending. I think it's fine, but everything else leading up to it is pretty much lit. So.
Word up.
Niggas out
shit,
here.
I don't know. Which y'all niggas been on the fucking Hero, Shaun, Riser?
This new One Piece chapter, I will say, for all the people that didn't have faith in Oda for why Odin was doing what he was doing.
Hey, real quick, I'm at Dressrosa. Just so you know, I'm at Dressrosa.
I didn't.
I'm just saying for spoiler free, just know that One Piece fans that doubted Oda 2 chapters ago, a chapter ago, I guess, this chapter basically shut all those fans up. And I'm so happy about that.
We'll see.
So,
I doubt it.
I don't know about that one.
No, I mean that's cool, but just know that's a fact.
That's an opinion.
Because it's literally basically One Piece fans were complaining about something that happened because they didn't have the full context of it, and then we got the full context of it this chapter. Basically. So everybody was like, "Why is this happening? This makes no sense." And then we got full context of why it was happening, and then everybody was like, "Dang, that's why blah 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 was doing blah blah blah."
Yeah, but like,
and it wasn't just he was doing this because blah blah blah. It actually was like it actually makes sense to why he was doing that. Like it was like a reasonable explanation, not just like in some BS pool.
I mean, they was still dumb though. Like,
What you mean?
Like, this is where we have to get into this later, dog. Because it's a lot of people who still like, okay, you can say it makes sense, but some of these characters is trash now because of this shit. But
yeah, I'm not really that satisfied. I'm not saying that. Well, yeah. No, I'm saying that I'm not that satisfied with the way the Odin flashback kind of.
You lagging, dog?
All the. Oh, hold on.
Six said, "Oh, left." Hello.
yeah, go ahead, hero. Is he back yet? There we go.
I have no.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties on him.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh shit!
I just say how it went from like latest to now it's kind of mid. I don't know. I won't go into details because there are people who haven't or who are not caught up, but
yeah, I will say that I will say that this last chapter, if it wasn't for this last chapter, to basically, I think this last chapter saved this part of the flashback from being like, oh, like it still is not comparable to the way the flashback started, like the beginning. But yeah, I will say that
it kind of makes it kind of make a specific group of characters look hella attractive. So like the way they let it out.
I think the thing about the Odin flashback is that like you got. Well, wait. What can we talk about on here?
To be honest,
no Deus is in Dressrosa.
Okay. Yeah, well, then here's what I'll say. There was
Did it deafen you until we finish, or
no. There was
no. That's not true.
There was a really significant part of that flashback that is major for the series as a whole. And everything before and after it were major for the character whose flashback it was focusing on and the current arc that the story is telling. So when you come out of that major information that you get inside of that significant stretch of time inside of the flashback that focused on that story that's major for the entire story of One Piece, it's going to feel underwhelming to go back to the rest of the flashback character no matter what happens. So like I don't think that that's a very valid complaint in my opinion, because like
but it's not necessarily that the rest of the flashback live up to what we got in the beginning of the flashback. The turn were very like just underwhelming or like unexpected in a sense like it really like kind of to me killed like the hype that I felt for Odin like to a big degree. And I'm not caught. I haven't read the latest chapter, but
you should do that.
Yeah, the latest chapter I will say again, it's like a aha moment type of thing. Like
and I was talking about it on our show the other day when we were reviewing the chapter, and like I'm not going to say anything that spoils anything. The issue with people who have supposedly been reading One Piece for at the very least they've read all of the chapters that are out. Maybe they've just done that in the last year or the last 2 years or whatever, and they haven't been like long time One Piece fans. But it's like, how do you read over 900 chapters of a story that has a certain formula that has been effective the entire time, and then when something happens
exactly
part of that formula and you just haven't got the entire equation solved yet, you're complaining about it before that solution is found. You know what I mean? I guess that's kind of like a confusing way to say it. But like when information is introduced in One Piece that's confusing or ambiguous or like that seems ridiculous or out of hand, and you can't think of a proper logical explanation for it or something that makes sense in your own mind, your first thought is to say this is bad. before it's even finished being given the context for.
Right.
No, like Oda's track record is too nice throughout this 9 chapter series for you to just sit here and assume, oh, he blew it. Like, just wait for the context and your assumption at that point.
Hey, that's
what this dude does.
That's exactly how I feel about Kuina falling down the stairs. I'm still holding out. I'm still holding out, man.
We could find out. Yeah, we could find out that that's not even the whole story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure. You know, like, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, like there could be some. I've seen people say some crazy shit that, like, because of some. I don't even want to get into that because that's like, that's super reachy, and there's just not enough information to like justify anything outside of the information that we got for it. But
promise you,
I've seen some crazy theories for a lot of things inside of One Piece that are totally viable, considering how Oda has been telling the story these days. And it's like, you never know what this motherfucker's gonna. He'll drop some crazy ass shit and then make it make sense in the lore with like 17 different connections to prior events.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and then you're like, holy shit, he did it again.
I'm telling you, if Kuina ever comes back, she's easily favorite girl. Easily. Sucking for swords, and she's supposedly gonna be stronger.
We're still talking about Kuina, dog. I hope she never comes back, bro. If she comes back,
she don't need to come back. I'm so sorry.
Hey, bro, imagine her coming back.
I can't believe niggas is on chapter 900 something on One Piece talking about I can't wait for Kuina to come back. Quiet, dog.
Hey, bro, I'm holding out.
I heard a crazy theory that Tashigi is Kuina with amnesia.
Because it would make sense because he said that they look the same, right? Big Mom, the whole series. What if that's a thing? Like somebody has a devil fruit that literally makes you forget your memory.
She didn't actually die falling down the stairs. She died because she lost her memory.
Real quick, deafen me till the shit over with.
Huh?
I said deafen me.
No.
What?
Think of this though. Oda gonna be like, well, no, she didn't actually die falling down the stairs. That shit, she died because she lost her memory and personality. She technically a new person. That shit gonna be garbage.
No,
I don't want to hear it.
Wait, what were you saying?
That?
No, I just want her.
We'll get like like the craziest thing I can think of as to why Kuina is alive is if like her death was like staged because of like some personal, like really deep personal life shit that's connected to something like huge in the background that we just didn't know about her character. And like someone came in and had to like take her away from her current situation and say that she died so that they could bring her to a safe place because some crazy people were after her, or it's some kind of crazy conspiracy with 2 royal families or something like that.
Yeah, like, if she comes back, I want her to still be stronger or on par with Zoro. I just want that. I don't know why. I feel like that would be so wholesome to know that Zoro's been working his ass off and so is she. So like it could be like they still kind of have that rivalry to be the best.
Yeah,
like that would be so dope. But
yeah,
that's just what I want. That's just what I want. That would.
All right, Deus can't really be in his topics. Let me finish this off real quick. A lot of people hate the fact of how Odin and his group, like in his latest chapter, even if it makes
about
sense,
how what?
About how Odin and his group pretty much let this shit happen. Like Odin trusting the pirates for the 5 years, or for example,
we can't go into detail. We got spoilers.
So what's his other option? Other option? Because he couldn't do anything in the first situation because of the defense of the guy he was trying to fight. He didn't have an answer for that at the time. So does he just keep trying and get all of his people killed just because he wants to keep fighting and that's his character? Or was it cool to get more depth in his character to know that he's that thoughtful of his people that he took the route and trusted a liar to buy more time for his people to potentially find a better solution than just being a meathead and slashing his sword in that moment? Which was obviously,
even if he wasn't being a meathead and slashing his sword, people think that like, yo, these scabbards are kind of trash. Like,
okay. We're getting into spoilers territory. Let's.
Deus, no.
Deus muted.
Deus said he's muted, so we can finish this conversation real quick.
Whatever. Oh, then we can say whatever. Okay, so tell me what he's supposed to do to the barrier. The barrier fruit is just supposed to just not be a problem because we want him to fight instead of waiting. Right? Because that's the first situation that we saw with him.
Yeah, that's the best fruit in the verse on God.
Yeah. Like that was the first situation. Then because he couldn't get through the barrier fruit, he decided, okay, this dude has an impenetrable defense and he's got my people under arrow. Maybe I should like chill and like think about what I should do and like play this motherfucker's game until I can find a better solution.
No, I get Odin, but like one thing is like people are saying that like, bro, his scabbards aren't really doing any like when you think of a scabbard slash who's it, daimyo, right? Like you should be doing everything in your power to keep the person you're following from dying. You should be doing everything in your power to be trying to help this man come up with a plan. And it's like they just let the shit happen for 5 years.
Then no, remember they didn't know. They didn't know, I believe, right? I think the only person that knew. Yeah, I don't think they knew. I think the only person that knew was I think everybody's speculating that the only person that knows is Lady Toki.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like in all the panels, she kind of has this smile on her face throughout all this stuff because it's like because she has that time travel fruit, she basically can
confirmation that the scabbards knew what was going on entirely.
Yeah,
and Oda has already like kept them in the dark a couple times throughout the flashback on purpose about certain things. I mean, like it really just comes back to Odin just making a decision.
Yeah, and they're literally just trusting him. That's all.
Which is what they're supposed to do. So like,
I mean,
if you want to say
I
they're
get
trash
that,
because
but like,
they didn't do,
you gotta. I don't know. I get that, but like, you trust him, but people trust Luffy, and they still create side plans. Like, okay, this don't look like it's going that well, Luffy. Let me think of something else.
And they do. They speak up. They speak up to Odin, but at the end of the day, they say, "Okay, I trust you." Like,
yeah. Odin's just not really all that good of a leader. Like he has flaws in his character that like give his character depth. He's not just going to make all the right decisions all the time and beat the bad guy at the end. That's not the point of this character arc. First of all, his character is modeled after Goemon Ishikawa, which had literally the exact same fate as Odin in this story, even up to like holding his his people over his head while he boiled in a pot. You know what I'm saying? So like that it's meant to be like a cultural and like historical reference at the same time as like an explanation as to a major character in this arc that we're in. But like if you just want like a black and white like stereotypical like heroic leader like character in this flashback, then you haven't really been paying attention throughout the entirety of it, in my opinion, because the story has like made a point to show how charismatic and cool that Odin is, but at the same time you're seeing plenty of flaws of his throughout. And it's kind of like meant to be, at least in my opinion, when I was reading it, I was like, okay, so this guy's kind of like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji all in one character.
All in one?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we saw traits of Luffy, we saw traits of Zoro, like his poor navigation. We saw traits of Sanji. I can't sit by and let a girl cry. That's why he let go of Whitebeard's ship and swam to shore. You know what I mean? Like we saw like all of these traits in these characters that we love, but then we also saw like all of the flaws that those characters can't have if they want to accomplish their goal. So it's like an example and a historical like reference at the same time.
Oh no! And even I think even if the scabbards knew, like they probably again they would have spoke up about it and be like, hey, we can do this, Odin, we can do that, Odin. But if Odin at the end of this said no, this is what we're doing, or this is what I'm doing, they would have respected that and they wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have started a war or none of that.
Like,
they would have waited for him.
So I would agree when you're talking about someone who's a daimyo.
Hold on.
Someone who's,
I mean, we could go on about this forever, but other than one, are y'all like what are y'all been reading or watching?
I'm reading most of Shonen Jump right now, so like My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Samurai, Jujutsu Kaisen, Promise Neverland.
I've just been reading. I've been keeping up with only My Hero and One Piece, obviously.
I've been looking for something to read or watch. I just caught up in Fire Force. I tried to watch Unicorn.
Okay, yeah, you never told me why did you drop Unicorn?
Okay, so I was
garbage.
But not okay. So the parts I did see, but Najir is terrible. That boy
terrible.
He develops. Yes, hopefully. But bro, he is like
He a bitch.
Thank you. He'll do something, and it's like, oh, bruh. Or how he treats homegirl. She told mans to his face she didn't care or need him, and he was just like, "Tell me you need me."
Not even necessarily her saying like, "I don't need you," but I don't care. She doesn't want to get him more involved than he. You need to understand when people like. I understand a lot of like Universal Century pilots are all the time. Like in Banaj's case, he was a regular as far as a new type can be. He's not a soldier, right? He wasn't enlisted anywhere. He was basically like working engineer almost. Sort of like this girl falls out of the sky. He saves her, calls time that I felt that I have had purpose in my entire life. And I mean, new types in the history of Gundam, if you go even to the first, you've had new types literally fall in love after like 5 seconds of skirmishing. But they just like, they're basic. So you could meet someone and learn everything about them because you're literally reading. And then you come to love them and the types are. So the fact that like he had this new type connection with,
so here's the thing,
and it's
bro.
like
with you
this is the first time I feel like I've had purpose, and then now he's like, well, I don't want to this person. Like I get understand like new type. Like
here's the thing with that hero is like you can understand all that by watching multiple Gundams, but it's like if you just go into Unicorn,
I mean that's true.
Nobody's gonna understand that. So it's like you gotta look at it from me and Bino's perspective. It's like this shit's garbage. Why is this nigga acting like this? Like,
but no, I like before I watched Unicorn, everybody was like, "Oh, Benazer develops. Somebody said he was like Suna. He's what Suna's character should have developed into." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm watching it. I don't see how he's Suna right now, but that's not why I dropped it. That's not why I dropped it. I didn't drop it because it was bad or I didn't like it. I dropped it because I was watching it, and you know how like you're watching an anime and you're hyped to watch it, and then like you turn it on one day and it's just like, I don't want to watch anime. So it was just, I'll pick it up whenever I feel like watching anime again.
Brother.
Noxi said his internet is bad. He'll be back if he can. As far as Unicorn, I get what you mean, because like, I'm pretty sure that was me, Hero, and 2 watching Trigon.
Bro.
Bro, we were so ready for Trigon, and then we go and watch that junk 17 episodes.
But,
bro, when is this
like, at least Unicorn is visually, and it has
it's definitely better. It's definitely better. I'm just saying the comparison is like
the music in Unicorn.
There's literally nothing.
Especially if someone's not used to Gundam per se, or used to watching multiple other Gundams, they're not gonna get all that jumping into Unicorn.
And you also gotta realize, I watched IBO first. Going from IBO to Unicorn is different.
And that's true too. I've been talking chat a lot about like because the whole TL, a lot of people are watching, and it's people are saying it's like, well, after Iron Blood or Orphans, that's like quote unquote for Gundam. Go from Iron Blood or Orphans, 00 or 00, and be bored. You're not gonna get what you got with IB.
People don't understand. Like they think when they think of Gundam, they think like all of it is the same. Like as in the way, like they tell the stories of the conflicts and the characters and shit. Like all of them have their own unique
way of progressing the story.
Different stories, different characters, different types. Tell the stories is different. Like it's not.
If you watch Iron Blooded Orphans and then watch Thunderbolt, it's not the same at all. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the narratives are fucking told and shit, like it's just two completely different feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's either you like it or you don't,
Right.
But I feel like to sit there and slander the whole series, like as a whole,
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't really justified, you know?
That's because if you think about it, if a person looks at a series, they look at it as sequel or like somewhat like sequels. Like if you look at Fate, most of Fate kind of contains like stories that either evolve or connect to each other.
Yeah.
If you look at something like Naruto to Boruto, or looking at any series that branches off into a newer series, it doesn't really change the entire genre. Like I would say going from IBO to something like Unicorn,
that's a huge drop off.
That's two complete genre settings because IBO is gonna pull people who's into shonen, who's like into battle, and then you're gonna go into Unicorn, which is like, okay, you got a few fights that, I mean, if you're talking about as far
Unicorn
as like
is way
shonen goes, no, but I'm saying if you're talking about as far as how shonen does fights, Unicorn's fights would probably be considered subpar to top fights in shonen.
Yeah, and that's just because of like the setting that Unicorn is in, you know, like that time period is for you to fully understand and appreciate Unicorn for what it is. You have to have knowledge of like the OG Gundam type shit.
That is,
you know, Char's like back down to Char's Revolution and all that shit. It's like to the original like OG Gundam. So it's like
that's honestly why I decided to go back and not rewatch everything from the original leading back up to Unicorn. And when I watch it again, I'm gonna have full context of everything. Like you gotta understand, Unicorn is basically a 100-year conflict.
Yeah.
That's what they make it seem like. So it was never like, oh, Unicorn's bad. I was enjoying it, but it was like I was
it's
sitting here
hard without context.
Cause like it tricked me, cause it was like the first episode was gas, and then it was like, oh, he saves her, oh, they start fighting, oh, here's a fight, there's a fight. It was like, oh shit, okay. Everybody was like, it's not gonna be like IBO, but shit, from what I'm looking at, this first hour looked like IBO, and then episode 2 and 3 is just talking, and it's like, damn.
I mean, because they got to give you it's more story. But thing about it is that the misconception that I understand about Gundam, no matter which Gundam is, regardless, is going to be very. Obviously, you have IBO, which it has a story not super complex, and then it has like really awesome fights and really great visuals and whatnot, and that'll pull a lot of like meatheads or shonen. Gundam is very story driven, so like something like Unicorn, they gave you like cool fights and all that kind of stuff, and then it kind of slows down to give you the story. Like that's not into like if you're not into storytelling, like when you watch your anime, like what the fuck, like this is kind of boring. Like I want to see robots fight again, and I want to see the fucking beat sabers and what.
It especially makes thing is that like IBO definitely looks better in comparison to it. Yeah, like IBO looks better to Unicorn in comparison to both of them being standalones because IBO is a completed story. You get everything from the story. You get all points.
That's true.
But it's like if you're watching Unicorn, you're missing out on points and stuff that's happened previously that you won't understand if you're just going to watch Unicorn. Like you're not gonna know the previous past. Like the villain per se,
that's
you're
why
not gonna really get why he's doing the stuff he's doing and how he led up to this. Like all.
I mean, I don't think you can say that because they do kind of, from what I've seen in Unicorn, they explain why he does what he does.
Right.
Yes, but it's like
but
you're taking
still don't understand the history of like
story instead of. No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're still taking a good piece out of a whole entire story because Unicorn is a piece of an entire story. Whereas
okay.
Completed story.
That nigga not
saying like I definitely people. I still recommend IB as my first recommendation because it has so many elements that like people enjoy. It has the shonen elements. It has the the mecha, the Gundam, typical elements. It has all these things that people enjoy. After that, like I've stopped trying to give people like for like they watch the original series is dated, like that's off rip. So if you're not into like vintage anime, you're probably never gonna like the original series. And then two, I try to just tell them to watch to 00 or 00. You can go from IBO to, even though Thunderbolt is connected to the main timeline, it's still kind of it's a side story. So you can just go into it without context really, and you can get team stuff like that. Really fucking good. But I can understand how someone can go from IBO to Unicorn and be like, this is not what I was expecting at all. Like, I get it. I still think, but
I'm gonna give it another try because I was enjoying what I was watching. It's not like I was just like, oh no, this is terrible. It was just like, oh, it's not.
It's still probably one of my favorite anime of all time. The favorite time, like that shit's fucking highly regarded Unicorn.
Anime of all time, TOG, man.
I had to change the way I watched, how I was watching it.
Yeah, I feel like no, it's crazy too, and a lot of all right, look, Hero's probably gonna kill me for this shit, but the meathead in me loves Gundam Seed. And that's
why Gundam
Seed and Gundam, mainly Destiny. Gundam Seed Destiny, like that was like
I told you. Look at.
Look,
man, get incredible out here.
Look, bro. Let me explain to y'all something. All right, if you are one of those niggas that like is more like want to see more, like mech on mech action 24/7, watch Gundam Seed and watch Gundam Seed Destiny. Now the story. It don't really.
Nigga, fuck all that. Destiny out here killing niggas.
Yeah, nigga. We don't really talk about the story, but if you want to just sit there, and enjoy it for what it is, and not look too deep into shit, then yeah, you'll have fun with it, But it just depends. It just depends on the kind of person.
Like, bro, if you like Demon Slayer, you gonna love Gundam Seed.
You gonna love Destiny.
I don't give Seed or Seed Destiny that much life. I actually want to rewatch them too. But
bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
What? Nah, like I rewatched fucking like Seed and Seed Destiny like 3 times, bro. And the more I watch it, the more mid I start to realize that it is when it comes to the narrative. Yeah, but like when it comes to the narrative, but like I don't know, it's just something about just seeing, like how Shin interacts with people and how Kira interacts with people and shit like that. It's just like it's still interesting to me, but it's more of like I would say like a meathead kind of Gundam.
Right. No, Seed, Destiny, all those kind of more simpler like meathead kind of stories.
Destiny's best Gundam.
Like you said what?
Niggas are not here trying to believe me when I was saying Destiny was the best Gundam.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Hey, bro, look, bro. It's still some of my top 5 though. I'm not gonna lie. That's just personal preference. Like I know it's ass, but like but yeah. So if it's like if I were to recommend somebody Gundam, right? What I'm doing off gate, off rip, I feel like IBO is the perfect gateway to it because IBO kind of it exposes you to basically like all different forms of Gundam into one. You get what I'm saying? It has those like dope ass, meathead fights, right? But then it also has like that deep ass storytelling that we love Gundam for, So it just depends, Like I'm not like so. What I would do is I'll ask how like if they like Iron Blood Orphans, what the fuck they like about it, right? Then what I would do is I would go and recommend them, something like with a little more narrative. If they like the narrative aspect of it more, then I'll say okay, well go with Unicorn, And if they like the more meathead stuff, go with 00 and Destiny and etc. like that, So it just comes down to personal preference. I think Gundam is one of those only series where, like as a whole, it has something for everybody where they can enjoy it.
That's the crux of it. You can if it's gonna be even me, someone who's like there's certain ones that and it's something that they in some shit you might not enjoy, and that's I don't have to.
Yep. Like honestly, I want to go back and give Thunderbolt another shot because when I first watched it, I didn't really. I don't know. I don't think I had the right headspace at the time to sit there and watch it and appreciate it for what it was, because
right.
Thunderbolt was like a mind fuck. That shit threw me for a loop, bro. Like after the second or third episode, I couldn't really do it anymore. I was like, yeah, this shit's like fucking me up. Because it was a lot because the way that the story is told, it's kind of told as like the MC is like
it's kind of like
the bad guy in a way,
Right.
But it's more of like, well, we just have like the perspective of enemy lines, so it's like, who the fuck do you vote for? You get what I'm saying?
I actually hate him. That nigga's a dickhead.
Yeah, no doubt.
Who's the dickhead?
It's only Thunderbolt first season, so 6-7 episodes, so something like that, right? It's pretty short. So I'll definitely say go for it.
It's short.
Right.
But yeah, because what Thunderbolt came out after Iron Blood. Oh no, it came out during Iron Blood Orphans, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So like. So that's my prime example right there. Like jumping from IBO to Thunderbolt was weird as shit. I swear to God, bro, it was so fucking weird. I don't know, but yeah, I guess that's like my fucking thoughts on it. If Gundam just has something for everybody, bro. Like it's not ass, bro. Like I feel like the whole negative stigma that mega anime has right now is kind of like unjustified for mainly that reason right there.
I don't really get it at all. It's like niggas can watch something like when people say, I don't fuck with mechas because I want to see real niggas box, or I don't want to see robots, firing missiles at each other or whatever. I'm like, but y'all niggas JoJo's and it's fucking stands fighting, and they're not even like the real people actually fighting or boxing. And it's like, so I don't get it. Like,
I don't know, bro. Like those same as that niggas that say that shit, they be sitting there watching Demon Slayer and like watching these niggas twirl around using their fucking imagination to fight niggas. Bro, I don't
relax.
I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear
it. Y'all not shit on Demon Slayer like
the niggas that watch Demon Slayer were the same as that niggas on the fucking playground trying to use the force, my nigga. I don't want to hear shit.
Bro, so you gonna act like you wasn't on the
I wasn't doing it, but I'm not going to
exactly. He ain't gonna
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
Demon Slayer is some larpers, bro. Them niggas are some larpers, bro.
Yeah, like nigga, like.
Bro, my nigga said, "Let me breathe real quick. Let me breathe."
We not gonna sit here and act like these niggas ain't really offing demons though.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the problem. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no fucking sense. You mean to tell me all this shit was how the fuck was a train on fire? But this nigga can't even like manipulate fire. This shit don't make any fucking sense, bro.
Whoa, train on fire. What?
See, Deus, you talking too much.
My bad.
Oh Lord.
My bad.
Hey, I'm just saying, this man is apparently using water to stop his fall, but apparently he just swinging his sword and using air.
Dude, it's his breathing technique, bro. It's his breath, dude. It's his breath.
Imaginary breathing technique.
He just breathed in so much air that it slowed down his fall. Huh?
I mean, but let's be honest. I'm pretty sure when it's explained, they say nothing about the elements. They only talk about the breathing.
That's literally the point.
Hey, but we really can't discredit that though, because we know breast strong from Avatar, bro. Come on,
hold on. But you know what the funniest part that everyone noticed is the only person who don't got imaginary shit is the blind nigga.
Right.
That's hilarious.
That's right.
The blind dude out here just straight up attacking folks. He ain't got no extra elements or nothing because he can't see them. You don't even know how to imagine them.
That shit's crazy. That's a good ass point too.
Hey, no. What's funny is how people would actually try to make up a logical situation that humans who's using a breathing technique beats a fucking demon who's using a breathing technique. Like, bro, I'm not trying to hear it.
Shit, bro.
No, it's low all the time.
You said the
But
element.
I don't think that takes away from Demon Slayer being an okay story.
Yeah, I
it's
like
okay.
it.
The shit's mid though, nigga. Like it's fucking mid.
Nah, okay. I'm not finna do Demon Slayer like that because I think Fairy Tail mid.
Bro, it's enjoyable mid, bro.
Okay, but who disagreeing with Fairy Tail being mid? Hold on. Who's disagreeing with Fairy Tail being mid?
Fairy Tail, bro. There's nothing wrong with a show being mid. Like when niggas say like, bro, it's not a bad thing that a show is mid. It can be mid and still be enjoyable.
Yeah, that nigga said, I think Fairy Tail mid. Like, okay, nobody.
I don't. When I think Demon Slayer, I don't think Fairy Tail is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think. Damn, like mid. I guess mid. My mid is a lower bar than y'all's mid. Then I guess.
Yeah,
I feel like because I feel like I look at mid as like, you have to have an overarching story to have something considered to be mid.
I feel like there's different levels to mid though. Like you have mid and then you have like enjoyable. In Fairy Tail and Demon Slayer, you know, they fall in that enjoyable mid. They're nice to look at, but niggas don't really give a fuck about the fucking story. If you're being honest, like.
Nah, I think I have for my tiers. I say trash, mid, good, great, and I think Demon Slayer is like in that good category. It might be at the bottom, but it's good.
I don't know, bro. I feel like good is a little too lenient, bro. That shit's mid.
You feel like good's a little too lenient?
That's too lenient, bro. That shit mid, cuz that shit fucking mid. Like, bro,
I don't know.
What else do we like, bro? When we're talking about good, like, what else do we know about the fucking like? What do we know about the world of Demon Slayer, bro? Like, let's take a step back and dissect this shit, my nigga. Like, what the fuck else do we know about this shit, bro? Nothing about it is deep at all. Like it's all straightforward shit.
See, it's not supposed to be deep. See, you looking at it the wrong way. It's supposed to be surface level.
That's the point. It's like
so because it's surface level, it can't be good.
But what I'm saying is like, how can you say that this is top tier when you have shows that are so much deeper, so much?
That's why I have
a category for else. That like what? No, but I'm saying in general, like if we're ranking a show off 1 to 10, and we're saying mid is gonna be like what, 4, 5, and 6.
And it's not even a fact. It's not even a fact that like it has to. A show doesn't have to be a complex to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that, but it's just like there's so much shit that goes in a Demon Slayer. Like when you take a step back and actually think about this shit, like take a step back from the hype, my nigga, and actually dissect that shit, and it's like this shit's fucking mid, bro. Like
let's be for real. If it never came out, they powers was imaginary, everybody would still be like, oh yeah, Demon Slayer this, Demon Slayer
Actually,
that.
that's false. That's false. Because I definitely would still get. I still wanted to know how they had powers in the first place.
Well, Ram, it's not every day that you like some shit everybody else like. So you're an exception.
I think
maybe shit should be better than.
My only problem besides you know, the whole elemental thing being fake, my only issue is once, you know, Tanjiro eventually achieves his goal and turns Nezuko back to a human, she really doesn't get anything back besides the ability to talk and the loss of her demon powers. That's kind of like my thing. It's like
I don't see why she can't talk.
And every other demon in the show talks, and it's like, oh dang, you know, once she becomes a human, it's like, oh, Tanjiro gets that satisfaction of her being a human again, and she can be like, brother, and that's pretty much.
But why would he want his sister to be a demon? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's just like
you're approaching that's kind of a meathead perspective to be like.
I want to say a meathead perspective per se.
No, it's not. It's not
why
that.
Would
it's just
want to be human.
I'm just saying, like, it's like if we gave her the ability to talk and she could express feelings and stuff,
but it's not about just being able to talk. It's about her being a human and how.
But think about it this way though, right? The doctor lives a completely human life. Bro, take your
All right, nigga, go back to Cybertron, nigga. Goddamn.
Oh god.
I'll have to disconnect that nigga real quick.
That nigga said, "I will not." Ass nigga.
That nigga got summoned from the graveyard from Bakugan. Hey, nah. What was I saying? I was saying like if his sister was like that doctor per se, the doctor's basically living a completely human life. She'd be out there in the regular world, just do whatever she be doing.
I mean, Muzan was too.
It's kind of like if you're a demon who has the ability to do all those and still be a demon, is there really a problem?
That's what I'm saying, and it's like I feel like if she had a voice, she could kind of like talk about it and be like, you know, it's basically give her peace about it. You know what I mean? And then not just be kind of in her head. Obviously, she wants to please her brother and stuff because they're family, and I'm sure she wants to be human again too. But I mean, throughout this whole journey, I just don't want this whole journey to happen. And then she finally can talk, you know, communicate. And she's like, you know what, Tandro, I just want to be with you. You know, that's all I really want. That everybody's like, oh,
bro.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, that's what's gonna be though. Like
that's it, and I hate that because I feel like that's exactly what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna be like,
that's what it's, bro.
What the fuck?
There is no kind of indication showing that is not what is going to be. Everything that's happening right now, you can literally fucking predict, bro. Like, come on, dude. Like,
if the main goal was different, like I want to get stronger well at the same time get stronger because I know it's like an underlying thing. He wants to get stronger to protect his sister, obviously. But if that was like, I don't know, if they did that in a way to where she could also be more human.
Like the story better.
I was the meathead.
It was nigga, shut up. Go back to your shadow room.
I'm meathead. Favorite anime is One Piece. All right.
Anyways, as I was saying, I would like the show better if it was like it wasn't just trying to get back his sister. Like if it was revenge.
If it had a different purpose.
Yeah, like
yes.
If they added revenge for his family or something like that, it would be. I feel like
that would be clean.
It's like
that last fight.
It just seems like he doesn't even care about his family that much. Like he lost.
Like, oh yeah, my fucking.
He never talks about them.
Siblings and my mother and father slaughtered by demons. You know that's okay. But hey,
as long as I got my demon sister,
right?
Yeah. Like, the fuck, like bro, like he's gonna look right. He's gonna kill that, right. Fucking Nezuko is gonna be able to fucking talk, right? And
but
here's the thing though. He went through this journey for nothing. Besides,
here's one of the biggest problems that like I can't seem to understand how they're gonna play this out of the series. Like, Muzan is the only one who might know how to turn somebody back from a demon, right? Why would he do that? What is a logical reason to why Muzan would want to turn her back?
There is none. He doesn't even.
Like her power herself is literally his only chance to complete immortality. So why would he ever want to turn her back for any reason? Unless he makes a deal to leave Muzan alive if he changes the sister back, which
would make everything else still pointless.
Exactly. Like
I don't know. I just with the purpose. Yeah, the purpose. That's the best way to say it. The purpose of the story. If it was different. Oh my god, that shit would be that I would put Demon Slayer in great. And besides the elemental problems, you know. But if the purpose was different, that shit would hit.
I was gonna say unless some bullshit come up where like they could find the blue spider lily, whatever the medicine that Muzan searched for thousands of years and somehow couldn't find it. They somehow miraculously find this shit and then find a way to change her back. Like I don't
everything
know.
y'all talked about has improved like the other like I don't know, everything y'all was saying they've already went over in the series and like solved like
really?
everything
so
everything y'all talking about
as far as the manga, right?
Everything that y'all talking about has already like happened pretty much. Like the goals like about Nezuko, that was weird. I didn't get like what y'all meant by that.
Like, what are you talking about?
When you said he's not going to be satisfied with like what happens what's going to happen with Nezuko, and like with Muzan isn't the only one who could turn her human, like because Unless y'all want me to like spoil. Do y'all even care about me spoiling?
Two, don't spoil it. I know what you're getting ready to say.
It just sounds. Everything I was saying just sounds horrible because like none of that's happening. None of that's happening. I don't know. I can't say anything else.
Well, I mean, you still have the doctor, but I guess.
No, I'm just saying everything I was saying like just doesn't make sense because I read the manga. And, like none of that happens.
I only watch it.
And it's going along pretty smoothly, and they all have like pretty good goals.
We're just talking about the main.
Y'all sound like a bunch of anime
like, we were talking about the main purpose of the story.
Stupid.
That's all we talking about.
Yo, I'm sitting here, I'm reading Berserk, and I'm listening. I'm just like, they sound so stupid. I can't say anything.
No, it's just the main purpose of the story. Like we're just talking about Tanjiro's the whole purpose of this shit. Like why
is the turn Nezuko back?
Yes, that's all we're talking about.
But like, you said you don't want her to go back because he loses. No.
I said that basically whenever he finally achieves that dream or that goal, it's like she gets the satisfaction of being a human and being basically to talk again.
Yeah,
it's like
they want her to come back to being human and not being someone who can't survive in that day. Like she can't live her life normally. Like has to hide at night or hide all throughout the day and come out at night because she's gonna die in the sun. It's way deeper than you're making it sound.
Wait, I thought she had
I think I'm only thinking that way because there are so many other demons, I guess, in the show that act normal, act like humans with the same circumstances.
I believe. Or am I tripping?
No, that's why she's no. That's why no. That's why she's always in a box as far as the anime is.
Yeah, every demon dies to the sun.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's other demons that live like. There's other demons that live like that, and they're kind of adjusted to that lifestyle and seem perfect.
Well, yeah, but they still have to
But I get you.
Like they're like evil fucking fucks, right? Like Nezuko's not an evil fuck. She wants to live like a regular human. And
I get it.
Once you get into the manga, you'll understand a little more. And the whole manga, I wouldn't call it mid. I would call Demon Slayer is just because the anime made it super big, I wouldn't call it mid. I would say it's above average, and it's a pretty good story until this arc that we're in.
God,
the Muzan fight is down. It's going downhill. That's when I'll say it's mid. Every story arc has been really solid with some solid character writing.
But when they fight Muzan is when the story takes.
You confusing the hell out of me right now because
and people say give it qualms they just fight a demon and they move on to the next demon. I'm like, well, that's so surface level, and you could do that with any series, saying that they're just obstacle to obstacle.
Yeah,
it's a world of demons, and the unique thing is each demon has their own power, and they have to figure out how to beat each demon.
So you telling me that Shuddy don't got resistance?
No, Aizen, you talking too much. That's what we're telling you.
This nigga just said I sounded stupid when I said, and he said all demons hide at night.
Don't keep going.
I'm just saying.
I mean, as far as the anime goes, whenever Tanjiro got tied up and they made her not, attack or whatever, she was hiding from the sun, I believe.
Yeah,
they had
she's gonna die in the sun.
As of the anime, she does not have no goddamn sun resistance.
Yeah, in the anime, she will die.
But I was talking to somebody and we were saying
that don't make nigga. How can you say she will die when?
Because that's later. That's
even if so, that doesn't make sense at all. You can't say bro. I'm sorry.
What?
What? How did that make sense?
That's all right. Imagine. Okay, think of it this way, right? You watching One Piece. The motherfuckers know Ace died, But then you like, well, as of this point, Ace won't die. Ace not gonna die. Nigga, what? That shit sounds stupid.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
That doesn't even make sense.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. One Piece. No, I ain't gonna lie.
That's the same thing.
One Piece did that shit to me. Yeah, look, I can't explain this shit, but I did have. Even though I knew Ace was gonna get a fucking hole punch to his chest.
This nigga kept seeing Ace in Alabaster. Oh shit!
Yeah,
this
like
nigga
I kept.
ain't
I'm like,
dead.
all right, wait, hold on. This nigga has a chance to survive. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, he can survive. Then I'm like, oh, never mind.
Hell no, I'm
This nigga's about to die.
I'm so happy.
I got spoiled on him.
When I got into One Piece, I didn't have no spoilers. I just got to watch it straight through. That shit was so good.
I don't know when I knew.
I'm
Ace
a person
died,
who looks for spoilers.
I knew Ace died. So
low key.
No. I
low
knew
key.
Ace died because I wikied him. I wikied him.
Oh God, that's exactly.
I wikied him.
You
and
go wiki and you
it
see
said,
this nigga's
it said
deceased.
It said deceased or something. And I threw my phone. And I was like, God damn it!
I'm fucking
And then when I got to Alabasta, and I was just like, oh, so this guy died. God damn it!
No, I think I caught up to One Piece whenever Dressrosa, I think, was coming out on a daily.
All right. I'm going back to reading Berserk. I had to spit some Demon Slayer facts real quick.
Hey, you wasn't even spitting facts.
That was like sophomore year of high school. I was just binging that mess every night. That shit was so live.
Bro, honestly,
we started One Piece at the same time, Mouse.
I've been watching nothing but One Piece for the past 8 months, and it has been the best 8 months.
You still ain't caught up. You fucking garbage.
That's fine. I'm enjoying this.
It's taking you how long to catch up to One Piece, Deus?
8 months. I have a life, bro. I got shit to do, nigga. Like, that life's getting in the way, bro. That life.
Hell no. I remember going to sleep going, damn, bro. It's 3:00 in the morning. I gotta get up at 6 to go to school and damn football.
Bro,
I wouldn't say I hate anime watchers, but hold up. I wouldn't say I hate anime watchers, but I hate anime watchers. Because nigga, y'all be sitting there like, hey bro, I ain't caught up yet. Even though I've been watching for a year, I ain't caught up yet. Nigga, just go read the manga. Fuck.
Hey, bro, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I read Punk Hazard in 3 days, nigga. I read Punk Hazard in 3 days, and I read fucking about.
Bruh, Deus, how are you not caught up, nigga? You read and watch One Piece. What the fuck do you be doing?
I read the art, but like, nigga, Dressrosa long as a bitch.
Nah, bro. How long?
For the past week.
Have you watched the whole story?
Hell no.
I mean, have you
that
read
nigga
the whole
in the
story?
middle?
Bro,
he hasn't read
the
it
only arcs that I've read have been Punk Hazard.
That's why I say I hate niggas who only want to watch anime. Because niggas watch it for a year and be like, hey, nigga,
see, you don't even know.
I don't even know, nigga.
I cried. Just now, Dressrosa, I cried.
Nigga, how far in Dressrosa are you?
Bro, Dressrosa's fucking beautiful. Like,
how far in Dressrosa are you?
Fucking, alright, so let me think.
Zoro just beat
people.
Nigga, do you even know who Sabo is?
Yes, nigga, I know Sabo. Yes.
Yeah, nigga, he knows who Sabo is.
I just said Zoro beat Pika, nigga.
I have to ask because that nigga said he been watching for 8 months. He everywhere. So, you just gotta make sure.
Nigga, Sabo was introduced at the very beginning of the time skip, nigga. Well, during the flash.
Nah, when I realized
surprised at the way you be reading, nigga.
Oh,
when I realized that nigga was back, bro, I cried.
Come on, Miles. You read what, Deus?
He ain't gonna say that again.
Fast, nigga.
He said you read fast.
That might be the biggest cap.
How is that the biggest?
Hell no. Fuck, dude.
You ain't caught up to One Piece in 8.
Bro, it took nigga watching, nigga. I was watching. Nigga.
Okay, Deus, can you read it then? Can you read it then? Can you read it, please?
No, I refuse.
But you read Punk Hazard and Fishman Island.
My anime, bro. Like, goddamn.
Niggas
can't enjoy shit around here, bro.
No, I literally I was watching One Piece whenever, like I said, Dressrosa came out for weekly, and then I didn't start reading One Piece until Wano. Really? So I stuck with it. I stuck with it for a hot ass minute.
Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna just watch it till I get to fucking Wano, wherever the fuck, and then wherever Wano ends off, I'll just niggas enjoy and ingest all the greatness.
And we still in Act 3.
What?
We still got 2 whole
This nigga,
acts.
this nigga gonna be fucking watching One Piece for like 9 more years, bro, before he start reading.
Wano's definitely gonna be over with by the time he starts.
Nigga, we gonna know what the One Piece is before Deus start reading one.
Bro,
how long has
be
Wano gone so far?
Caught up, like.
Shit. I'm just y'all. I'm just ready for this Fire Festival.
I literally have like 100 more episodes.
When we get done with this little flashback,
These you got 100 more episodes until what?
I got 200 more episodes. I'm caught up, and that'll take me a month, nigga.
Is it really 200 more episodes?
Yeah, nigga.
Because Whole Cake Island was about 70 itself.
Yes, sir. Because you got that, and you got the Reverie type shit,
and you got Zoe.
Yep.
Nigga, that ain't 200 episodes. It can't be.
Gotta be.
Bro, how many episodes of One Piece are out right now? They just hit 900.
Yeah, it's like 9. It's 916. No, I'm on 916, so they're like 9.
I could have sworn One Piece was at like the thousands in episodes.
Nah, they hit 900.
Yeah, it's I think they're 922. Because I'm on like episode 916, I think.
Yeah,
I stopped watching for a little bit.
Apparently Zoe is short.
But Zoe hits, dog.
Hold on. Can somebody answer this question? Why is the Reverie now called Levelly?
Levelly? What are you talking about?
What the fuck this nigga talking about?
You know how they be switching their R's and L's?
Yeah.
Apparently, Wiki says the actual translation is Levelly, and I'm about to start crying.
I'm not calling them niggas that, bro. I don't even know who they are, but I'm not calling them niggas that.
Bro, I'm not even at episode 900 One Piece.
I'm dead.
Hey, no, but so far, yeah, Wano's been going, what?
Nigga, 60? I'm telling you,
60
niggas,
so far?
niggas that aren't watching the One Piece anime or aren't on One Piece at all, when this Fire Festival kick off and we get all this action,
there's gonna be some bullshit, bro. We not worried about it.
No, I'm telling y'all.
Your hatred for One Piece is mind-boggling. Not even your hatred, but your relationship with.
Like, I'm telling y'all, this shit's gonna be crazy.
Man, all I'm thinking about right now is the fact that Wano is definitely probably gonna be longer than Dressrosa.
Oh God, it's definitely going to be longer than Dressrosa.
We are only in Act 3, and we haven't got to Act 4 or 5 yet.
Bro, wait, hold on.
I'm pretty sure Act 3 ends after they show what's happened.
Hold on, bro. Didn't this nigga Oda say that there's 10% left of One Piece?
And no, he said it basically would end in like 5 years. He said 5-6 years roughly.
He said he plans 5 years.
What islands are left? Because they have to go to Elbaf.
Okay, so if we include Elbaf, we include the
Elbaf. Isn't that the land of the giants?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're going back.
We don't know. But
they've never been the first time.
Oh, because the 2 giants were on a different island. Yeah, y'all right.
Yeah.
But let's say the land of giants, wherever I guess the final island would be, then I'll say that they might there's gonna be some like I don't want to assume that the whole Luffy wherever area that Luffy finally meets Shanks again or Shanks' demise happens. So I'll say like that's maybe 3, and then there might be
Shanks gonna go on the downfall. That's crazy.
I mean, I feel like that would just be it would feel, I don't want to say wholesome or right, but it just feels like that would progress the story along. Like that's kind of a thing that we're kind of all like expecting. Like Shanks is going to die. Like that just.
I don't know. I hope they don't get Shanks over.
And I hate to say that because I like that, but that's kind of what everybody assumes, I guess.
I don't see how people see that when Shanks is literally.
I know, right?
Like,
I just feel
like the youngest, most talented of all Yonko. He's at their strength level, literally 20, 30 years before they even got to their strength level.
And because of that, I feel like he's gonna get off by some scumbag way, and I hate to say that, but I
some
feel like
pirate way.
Yeah, exactly.
But he is the pirate. We
Exactly.
know this.
He is that nigga. I know, but
I feel
I
like
feel like that's gonna happen.
this is why I think. I feel like before that happens, there's definitely gonna be another war arc. Most definitely.
It's going.
What's up?
No, never mind.
I just can't see Shanks being off. He
And that's what I'm telling you. That's the whole thing.
Here's the
bro.
problem with that though. Is like logically, he would technically be growing stronger than any other Yonko at this point. Every single time we get a year, like every year, he would technically be growing stronger because he only became a Yonko in the past 6 years.
Yeah, I mean
the power he acquired between meeting Luffy in the past 6 years in strength is exponential as shit. Cause like, come on now.
Yeah, I get that.
The same can be said for Luffy too, by the way.
I'm just saying, I get that. I understand what you're saying, but because he is that cold and thought so highly of, I can definitely see him getting scumbagged off, and set everybody off.
By who though?
Exactly. I'm not gonna make any big claims by who, but
I'm just saying, it's like when you make a theory, when you make something like that, I have to logically
break that down.
I have to logically have someone who could make sense doing that. Like,
I mean, and only thing I can tell you is
I can get people saying maybe Blackbeard, which I kind of still don't see, but
And I mean, even then, remember the scar on his face is from Blackbeard. So
the scar on his face is from Blackbeard before Roger even died.
But again, that's the thing. But it's like he's in the story. He's I'm not gonna say the only man because it's a sea creature, but he's one of the very few people that have scarred that man from what we know.
No, man, we're not gonna.
Regardless of the time period, I understand. Before he was even as cold, as strong as he is now. With all these devil fruits and shit.
That's like people be like, well, Mihawk's fought Shanks. Nigga, Mihawk's fought a Shanks that wasn't even Yonko yet. Stop it. The nigga lost his good arm and still got stronger.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that nigga is fighting with his left hand. That's crazy.
That's facts.
That's why I tell niggas Shanks versus Mihawk. I don't see how niggas think Mihawk is better than I don't get
I would never claim that. The most I would say is they're like, as most as I would say is they're on similar levels, like equal power or whatever.
How do you lose an arm and still become like one of the most feared niggas on the sea? Like nobody wants to smoke with him.
That's like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
after he lost the arm, like it's crazy.
Like, people want to claim so bad, like, okay, Mihawk didn't want to fight him because he lost the arm. No, nigga. Mihawk pulled up to his island, and Shanks' response was like, so you want to fight right now? Like, I'm not in the mood, nigga. Like, what?
That's exactly what he said. Mihawk said, I'm not looking for whatever.
Hey, yo. Can you talk about some real world news real quick?
You said what?
Go ahead. What's going on?
Hey, bro. I told y'all niggas the coronavirus was a goddamn bioweapon, bro.
Oh, nigga, I've been saying this. I've been telling Tu and Keys. I'm like, bro, there's no... Okay, look. A SARS virus, the way they describe it is something that affects the respiratory system, and it only really gets serious when it starts affecting your lungs and whatnot. But they start releasing, like, the numbers of the cases, and, like, people are dying. And I'm like, how are people dying in only been a week at most, like back when it just first came out? I'm like, niggas, like I didn't get it. And I was reading an article earlier. It's like a whole fucking bioweapon in that I guess the Chinese, they couldn't contain it, and they're kind of covering up because they're embarrassed to admit that they let it leak out or whatever the fuck. But it has like
it's some Resident Evil shit, bro.
It has like traces of HIV in it or some crazy
traces of HIV.
Yeah, bro. That's why it's killing niggas.
That's crazy.
It's like accelerated AIDS.
It's literally leaving men sterile. It's like fucking like
sterile.
Causing like lesions.
It's accelerated, bro. It's literally accelerated AIDS, bro. Like that's like the best way to like describe the shit. It's accelerated AIDS.
That shit makes. I was like, and I was telling too. I haven't been taking that shit seriously because I'm like, okay, a fucking respiratory infection. That's nothing. Like I mean, nah, hell no.
You got to think about it, because if it has traces of HIV, that means it lowers your immune system. So you can basically just die to the common cold and anything else at that point,
right?
Or instantly catch pneumonia. So it's like
the crazy thing is that's just in my city too. It's in Texas. I'm like, bro, I don't know, dog.
I don't know, man. Y'all niggas, y'all be safe out here, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas be safe, bro. Why?
Hey, look.
Wash your hands. Crowded areas too much.
I'm finna start walking around with a mask on like the Chinese folks. Don't worry about it.
I saw a couple niggas at my school doing that shit.
I don't go outside. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, look, like dog, like this how I knew some shit was going up too, because going on is because like, bro, you don't evacuate. Like, bro, 5 million people don't just evacuate a city because of 100 niggas dying. You get what I'm saying? Like that doesn't even sound right. Like you don't quarantine the whole city because of a couple hundred deaths, bro.
Fuck it, just nuke China.
That's what, like, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I'm joking.
No, you not. He ain't joking.
Y'all think it's population control, or what do y'all think it is?
I think that's what it is.
I think it's
actually, this is a population control, because apparently there was never one of those Bill Gates meetings again where he was talking about how much it was gonna kill off before this even came up in the news. So
y'all know China been trying to control their population for like the last 10 years. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention it starts in a poor area and they quarantine the poor area. We don't have medical and all this, so they just start dying off. So
like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, China, you're not slick, bro. We see you, my nigga. You're not slick, bro.
Bro, all you had to do was kill him off. We wouldn't have said nothing.
Bro. Jesus. But, like, nah, seriously, though, like...
Shoot, with the way they control their media, they could just wipe the town out. We wouldn't have known.
Oh, God, they could have just blew that bitch off the face of the... He's been like, oh, what was that?
Like, bro, like...
We had a nuclear plant that exploded. We don't know what happened.
In all seriousness, though, like, bro... The world government isn't about to do shit until this shit starts affecting the white man.
This nigga said the world government. Let me literally fucking
right?
Hey, nigga.
One piece, dog.
My bad. Not the world government.
My nigga said fuck the
basically
admirals.
the world government, nigga. Fuck it.
Look, bro. Look. Hey. Hear me out right now, right? United States is fucking the girls say, and then China is Zoe right now. They getting gassed by Caesar.
Nah, bro. But not seriously. Like the UN isn't doing shit until it starts affecting us completely. You get what I'm saying? Like they're not doing shit about it, bro.
Until it affects the rich people, they're not gonna do nothing about it.
The rich people gonna be safe from this. If anything, they're gonna be.
They probably have the cure for it already. Let's be honest.
I doubt it.
You said where? What?
Hey.
If a rich person gets it, they're gonna
spamming. This man Keith's been spamming One Piece goat inside the chat like the last.
Yeah, that nigga's in the chat going. That nigga's being ignorant.
Why'd he leave? Why'd he leave the chat the other day? I mean,
we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that.
This nigga, bro.
Yeah, that shit is definitely crazy, bro. I feel like niggas, like governments or whatever the fuck, they just be like, they be playing around way too much. This is what will fucking end the fucking.
You know, I know, like this shit serious as fuck. This shit serious.
They be fucking around with someone, and then it fucking gets out and kills. Like, y'all niggas don't watch like fucking. I don't know, bro. That shit crazy.
We finna be out here like High School of the Dead in this bitch soon. Don't even worry about it.
Man, I wouldn't even say like, bro.
It don't work like that, because if you cut somebody down and you get blood on you, guess what? You infected, dumbass. Like, people gotta realize zombie movies really be dumb, because nigga, you is not getting infected by only bites, bro.
Niggas be killing me with that shit because I'm like, do you know how long? Like, if it was just spread by like actual contact, there were not even the news would spread so fast that like we would never get to hordes of zombies and everywhere, and especially biologically, zombies would not be able to move as fast, especially with decaying bodies. Like, they're not going to be able to run at you like that. Like, if anything, they crawl at best.
No, yeah, you don't know.
Now that I think about it, bro, wouldn't like all the zombies basically just die off? Like, all right, let's think about this shit.
Like, their limbs, their bones, everything would decay. Like, they wouldn't. They would get to a point where they could not physically like move. Like,
I mean,
your body got to run on something.
Of course.
Well, actually,
but how long would
because you got to think us being alive, we can't. Us being alive, we can't stand more than 2-3 weeks without food and water. So what makes it makes it logical to be like, oh yeah, this nigga that's not even eating every day with a decaying body can live longer than that. But, you know what I'm saying?
But what do you mean they don't feel pain, like they don't have.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because they don't feel it doesn't mean their body, like cells are still cells. Like they're
still dead. Like regardless,
they're gonna die. That's what I'm saying. It's like their body literally wouldn't be able to hold itself up to.
Wouldn't it really just be the case that a zombie who just turned into a zombie just kills a person fast enough? What do you mean? Like,
what?
First of all the fat people out here ain't outrunning those zombies, so they got a whole lot of meat and cells. A whole lot of meat and cells for them to be using up.
One.
And then I was just saying, dog, like, if we were to make it realistic, you could make it realistic. It'll work because you got to remember that, like, for example, rabies. Rabies is basically like an animal version of a zombie virus. Like, rabies take over their mind and they just go attack other things to spread it. So it's like, if that's the case, really, you're just taking over the mind of something, whether or not it feels pain or doesn't, etc.
But the body still works the same.
I mean, that's partially true. But like, if you think about it, in that case of rabies, then the body isn't really decaying. Like,
but I'm saying in tradition, yeah. Obviously, with the case
of
rabies,
you realize
no,
there's certain things that the body doesn't do. The mind like inhibits it. So if you
that's another thing. It's like, do you know the human body technically, physically, and it's scientifically capable of reaching like 30, 40 miles an hour.
Right.
But nobody's actual limiter in their brain is going to allow that, because you're going to start you're going to start harming yourself at that point. So your body and brain doesn't allow you to do things to harm yourself, even if you train yourself up to do it.
That's what I'm saying. He's saying like, it's the body, so the body. I'm saying, okay, but if your mind's no longer there, there's nothing to inhibit you from actually doing shit that you wouldn't be able to do. Like, you'd be able to do more as a zombie than you would when you were alive. You know, it's not going to be limiting you the way it would be if your mind wouldn't. Like, you wouldn't feel pain, so therefore, you would go beyond what a regular human would do. That where they would stop because they feel a certain amount of pain, you would keep going because
like do people realize that the muscles that we use, a lot of the muscles that people use on a daily basis, it's only like 50 or 60% of the actual muscles that you have. I'm not talking about muscle power. I'm talking about the legit muscles that you use or activate while you're doing stuff. Like while running or something, a lot of times there are muscles and stuff that you're not even using in your body. That technically you should use, but
I'm just saying realistically, if the zombies were to be a thing, like the zombie virus or whatever, and it only spread through contact, like physical fighting or whatever, like traditional zombies, that shit, it wouldn't get to a point where there would be whole hordes and shit everywhere, just because of just because of today's technology.
Once the initial out, it would be contained.
Everybody has a gun nowadays.
If it was airborne though, and niggas is
here's the problem.
Airborne, I get
it's
that.
Like saying physical contact is kind of weird, Because
I mean, but like biting, I guess. The biting, scratching, basically having that.
That would legit not make sense though, because like.
And that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying, if it was like that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking of it from like an actual scientific standpoint. Like, it doesn't make sense that it would ever be just biting or scratching. It would be pretty much like poison contact. So like any type of speck of blood, any type of whatever that virus is getting on you in any micro amount would still amount to the same thing.
Yeah, and that's fine. I can understand that, but I'm just saying the standard what niggas think about when they think zombies. Like, oh shit, I got bit.
All
oh
I know
shit,
is
I
China
got a
fucked
wound.
up. China fucked up, and hopefully they fucking fix their mistake, or we get this shit on the wraps.
Yeah, that shit in Africa now, so that shit about to spread once again. They stay fucking Africa up, bro.
No more poor African videos. You niggas finna die.
First it was Ebola. Bro, what the fuck happened to Ebola, bro?
That's kind of what I was saying. They make a big deal out of them, and then after a while, people.
Ebola had been around though. That wasn't nothing.
Ebola had been around, but remember when it came to the U.S. or those reports that it came to the U.S. and everyone was freaking out, and then like literally everyone. That's
like,
honestly kind of
man, niggas is dying from Ebola. Like, bro, yeah, you die from Ebola if you ain't got no fucking antibiotics. That's why niggas over there die from Ebola. That makes more like people dying in the poor areas make more sense than like if it broke out in LA and niggas was just dying on the street.
You're right.
Yeah, man, this shit wild out here.
But I gotta.
Shit wild. Might as well wrap up. Anyone got any closing statements to say?
There is Animal Cross live stream Thursday.
Oh my fucking goodness!
That's a thing. And anime, back to anime related. Of course, we're getting that early One Piece chapter this Friday.
That early JJK chapter, yes sir, yes sir.
Yo, One Piece fans are like the Playboy Cardi fans of fucking like anime.
Here he go.
These
Stop
niggas
it.
stay weak.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What?
These niggas stay weak and shit, bro.
No, we getting early chapters because of the holiday.
Leaking ass. I want to hear.
AOT fans
I'm just letting y'all.
Nah, that's AOT fans. I'm lying like shit. That's AOT fans. You right.
I'm gonna just say this before we go. SIU about to surpass Oda, but anyways.
SIU.
SIU slaving Utaro, the person who makes Tower of God.
Boy, stop.
We about to surpass Oda.
I'm sorry. He gonna end up.
He gonna need a couple hundred episodes.
No cap.
What do you mean? This is, you do realize like Webtoons is pretty much have you seen the preview? Like,
no, I don't know what that is.
Passing Oda, nigga, relax.
I don't know what that is.
No, I'm talking about. Oh man.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
You don't understand, my nigga. Like, bro,
nigga,
this is like world building in this series is kind of on a different. I wouldn't say a different level.
Then it ain't nothing to talk about then.
Look, bro. Right, there's really nothing to talk about. Let's wait till your anime drop and then let's take it one step at a time, bro.
This man said, I'm not gonna say it's on a different level, but it's different.
Like, I mean,
it ain't on a different level.
I just gotta read it. I mean, no, because he definitely has this shit set up. He definitely has this shit set up better from Go. So.
Oh, for real.
Like even though Noxi was trying to argue us at one time about like what Oda had set up for like power systems and hockey and certain stuff, which is cool. It's like SIU hasn't fucked up yet. Like we're 500 chapters in, and everything perfectly aligns up.
Dude, well, One Piece started in 1997, so of course that man had a lot more to work with than Oda, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but I'm saying it's like, it's only natural, like, when you think about people who are book writers or people who are doing, like, stories, etc. you have a lot of inspiration and a lot of room to learn from other people's mistakes. So it's like, I mean, SIU's taking all that shit into account.
All right, we gonna see what it's about when
Oh no, we'll just see.
Cause bro, I even remember. Now, one thing that has sucked is Webtoons itself was actually at one point fucking up his manga. like they was pulling some Bleach Kubo shit on him. Like he would be trying to pretty much go into a storyline deeper, and they would tell him, no, we want you to do this. So like he has blog posts that he puts out explaining stuff that he wasn't able to add because his contract, he has to follow not exactly what they want, but he has to follow the storylines that they want more.
So what you're telling me is it not even truly 100% his piece?
What do you mean?
Like he has to edit it based on what they want.
Well, not exactly. I wouldn't say edit it. It's more like, say for example, you wanted to dive into a backstory of a character, right?
Yeah.
But instead, they wanted you, because you got meathead fans out there sending you mail saying they want to see more fights, that they wanted you to jump into the main storyline and to fight more. So you kind of have to he kind of has to, I would say, glim over it. Like he can't go into as detail as he wants. So what he does instead is he releases different blog posts. Like, you know how people will release how would you say it? Like guides, novels, or like side novels,
Yeah,
shit
well,
like that.
I was gonna say light novels.
He since Webtoons doesn't allow him to do that, he makes blog posts instead explaining shit that he doesn't have time to explain because they want him on certain plot points.
So you got to go out to more information to get the context.
I mean, kind of. It's still like, I feel like some of it still ends up getting explained, but
it's not his fault. But that's still what you got to do.
Yeah, it's really fucked up because like if you read, like, I've read all his blog posts a long time. Like, there's times that this nigga was like venting. There are times that this nigga is like legit venting and saying, and pretty much saying fuck his editor magazine or whatever, because like they would rush him into deadlines to do shit when that's not the way he wanted it to go. So it's like kind of fucked up. They out here pulling some old school, locking niggas in the what's the name to finish the chapter.
But you're
locking
saying
niggas in their studio. What happened?
Hey, look, dog. Thanks everybody who tuned in to season 2's Superior Minds podcast. We record every Tuesday at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. We have a Discord channel or server if you want to check our bio. It's in there. All of our socials or our social media is also in there, so y'all, give us a follow. Y'all want to plug anything else? Oh, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Give us a like. Drop comments if y'all have any questions. Talk about something you comment on in the next episode. And yeah.
All right.